live. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, welcome everybody. Welcome Tariq. I'm P. That's T. That's T. I'm P. Y'all not Miss Loretta, but we still gonna give y'all a tour of the Crown Jewel. Today, we're gonna give y'all predictions, previews, and then Tariq gotta go coach something. So, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's week one,
We won.
game one.
Don't go out there, man. You my Popovich. Like I got high hopes of you. I'm gonna ask you every week how we looking, how the
Hey,
team looking.
in 2 years we've lost one game, so we good over here.
Okay,
And
okay.
last year with enough teams, so we were trading off our best players,
Right.
like our two
Oh,
best
whoa,
players,
whoa,
and
whoa,
giving them
whoa. How? Oh, whoa.
because
Ah,
we was beating them by like 50 with both of our top players. So we was like, we'll get every week we'll trade y'all, like we'll give y'all one of them, and then y'all give us one of y'all other
you ever
players.
watch Cobra Kai? No
Yeah,
mercy, man. Y'all gonna take this 50. Y'all gonna take this 50 each week. Draft better. That's all you say. Draft better. Come on now. I've been in here drafted. I only lost one game in 2 years. I'm upper echelon. Catch up. Hey,
nah,
come on now.
this shit.
That's
We
what.
we gonna be all right. I don't know who we playing this week, or I know the team that we playing, but I don't know who's on the team. And I only got to go to one practice because last practice I wasn't able to go to because my staff was sick. But um, from what I saw first practice, running with them, playing with them, seeing what they could do in drills and things like that, we should be straight. I'm only really worried about the point guard spot, which is kind of important when you're
Ah,
younger. But we got
that's
size, and we
true.
got some players with skills. So, and we got players that run. That's my favorite thing. If you gonna run,
Oh, they run
I'm gonna
for it.
make sure
Yeah.
they find you. I'm gonna make
Right.
sure they find you.
All you
Cause
gotta do, I mean, shoot, the point guard. I mean, I feel like can literally like just don't dribble with your head down, and you will be fine.
exactly,
9 times out of
exactly.
10. So,
Also, just look confident. They not gonna press you if you look confident, but if you don't look confident, they gonna press you every time. Well, they can't
right,
press until like they can't come up and like press you until half court. But so as soon as you come across half court, you better be confident in what you got. Cause
right, they will
depending on
get
who
it.
the coach is, they will tell him, go get him, go get him.
Right,
You better get off
right.
that rock immediately. But
Absolutely. I mean, I'm glad, bro. I'm glad you doing what you love. I mean, a lot of people talk about doing what they love. People don't actually do what they love. And I mean, that's
facts,
cool, you coaching. And it's cool that you do this in the mornings. And because we love wrestling, we
facts.
love doing what we doing. And that's why we bring this to y'all. So, as far as me, sports have been miserable. You know what I'm saying? Mets lost. Cool. Y'all know that already.
Yankees lost.
The Yankees lost. I mean, I'm
Shout
actually
out
happy about
Freddie
that one.
Freeman.
I, and what's crazy about Freddie is, was what I was telling people. I was like, through my history of watching baseball, that was probably the greatest World Series performance I've ever seen. Like four home runs, four home runs, and then in Game 5, you get what, three batters batted in
Yeah.
or three runners batted in. Five, crazy.
I feel like
Um,
David Ortiz in like 2013 during our run is up
right,
there because he was going nuts. Like he was hitting like I want to say he
yeah,
had at least two like game like grand or not grand slams like game winners
right,
um during like the run to the World Series and then the World Series
right, right. Hey,
because I knew he was in here, Bryce. That's why.
hold on, Bryce. P with the bonnet gotta show love for the culture, and then we gotta show some haters. Like I said, Bryce, you know me, original only hater here, still hating to this day.
Come on now.
Um, it is what it is. Three. Look, the Yankees. We was telling y'all fans, we was like, look, bro, don't go there and choke. Y'all doing all this talking, don't go over there and choke, and you know y'all did. So at the end of the day, you gotta blame Aaron Boone. You gotta blame Aaron Judge. You gotta blame everybody. Because I know
Blame
y'all not
blame
gonna
the
blame yourselves.
blame them bandwagons too.
You see, Bryce, I'm gonna give you a pass because you got them 5 hats in your closet. So I'm gonna give you a pass. He trying to be peaceful this morning. All right, well we gonna be peaceful and talk about this wrestling. All right.
Boom.
So today, if y'all didn't know, Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia, probably my least favorite PLE personally,
Yeah.
but all in all, still okay PLE. They've been doing way better than they did when they first came on the scene with these.
Ooh
So
man.
today we got a pretty stacked card. If you didn't catch Monday Night Raw, if you didn't catch SmackDown, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't catch them because I got spoiled on them. I say, you know what? No point in me watching. We already saw a majority of it
Yeah,
pre-taped, so I didn't tap in. So Tariq, did you tap in or
I did. I did.
okay? Tell us
Now,
what was
right
going on.
before the show, some breaking news hit.
Right,
Baron Corbin,
I
Indy
saw it.
Hartwell, and Tegan Knox, which that one hurt my heart. That one hurt.
Mhm.
But I ain't too mad at it. But it hurt my heart.
Right.
The Baron Corbin one, he announced it himself, and then I want to say it was like I don't know, right before SmackDown. Obviously, it was pre-tape, but right before SmackDown, they announced it about Indy Hartwell. She said, "Wait, what? Like they ain't even tell her yet? Like no way, y'all. This is like when the NBA trade people and they don't tell people. They find out from Twitter. So like, hopefully that's not what actually happened, but um, I think Indy and Tegan will or she'll be Nixon Newell on um, the Indies. I think they'll both do really well
Mhm.
because they'll probably go overseas, not overseas, but go wrestle in like the UK and things like that. I don't think Baron Corbin will want to wrestle anymore. I think he was. I think he's one of
Yeah,
those guys that's only WWE, and then
backstage type
he'll just
stuff.
go do something else. Yeah.
So I mean, Baron Corbin.
Now
I
he could
mean,
go do football.
yeah. I mean, hey, bro, just stay backstage. You put on bigger matches. Just be a
For
producer,
real.
like
Yeah.
Jason Jordan. Like he's still
Yep.
a producer. Five.
Yep.
He produces some of the
I'm
best
still
matches
hurt
in
about that
wrestling.
one. I wish he could come
Yeah,
back.
I wish he would have panned,
People
but
was hating, but he was
he was
tough
fine.
for the neck injury.
I didn't like the angle with the Kurt Angle's son
I
though.
didn't either though. I
What was
didn't
they
either.
on with that?
That was
You know what I'm
nasty.
saying? So, I mean, I feel like Baron Corbin should do something like that. But shout out Baron Corbin for real. You had one of the
Yeah.
best finishers, like
Oh
for
my
real.
goodness.
I love the end of days,
Only one person kicked out of that thing ever.
and that's how it should have been because it was fine. I mean, he even hit it on Becky Lynch, had me crying laughing. I mean, we don't
Woo!
support any domestic violence, y'all. We don't, or anything of that nature. But that
It's
had
wrestling
me
though.
crying.
Wrestling
It's
different. Wrestling
wrestling.
different.
They gave you that 2000s
Come
feel
on
when he
now.
did that. So I was like, okay,
Because
cool.
the shock factor was crazy.
Right.
Because it was like, oh, they only gonna do this. He grabbed it. We was like, no way. He pulled down. I said, oh, he gonna
Oh,
do
he
it.
might do it.
He did that. We was like,
Ah. And
Seth
then
was
I'm
in
looking
the.
at Seth. I'm like, Seth, you got to get your get back game.
And the funniest part about it is Seth ain't even really see it. He just heard it. He turned
Turn around.
and he seen her on the ground. He's, oh,
Lost it.
bro, crazy. What's wrong with bro?
I Baron Corbin put on some master classes, bro. Like his latest NXT run was fire.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Him and Braun as a tag team was tough.
it was tough. He also tagged with what was his name? I remember him getting hurt. I forgot his name. He was athletic though. Who was the last guy he teamed up with before Braun? He hurt his knee at Mania. At Mania, I'm pretty sure.
I can't think of it. Oh, I know who you're talking about. He was in NXT for like a break. Not is it Tito? Not Tito.
Hold on.
That
I
was the
gotta
other
find
dude
it.
that he teamed up with.
He
It's
used to wear the little. He used to wear the little. It looked like he wore a fedora. Like Corbin would wear that little top hat. And he would wear that
yeah.
fedora with the
What Riddick Moss?
yeah. He was athletic. He was tough. He got hurt, but I
Yeah,
like whenever they tied together. That was the Happy
yeah,
Corbin days and the sad
yeah.
Corbin, Happy Corbin days. Like it wasn't the best, but he really
Yeah, that's
made
he
everything
made
that WWE gave him. He made the best of the situation, and I love
facts.
talent like that. So shout out to Baron Corbin, real one. You people probably won't even consider you a legend, but during a bad time in
Yeah,
WWE,
yeah.
you made stuff
He
happen.
was there.
So I can
Yeah.
appreciate that.
And then Indy shocked me because like she been doing so much like content.
Right.
Like they literally had posted like so much content, and then she was doing stuff with like Candice LeRae because she's the speed champion and stuff like that. So I was kind of shocked by that. And they was on TV literally last night. Like they
Right.
had a match that was gonna be shown this week. So it's like, dang, that's crazy. But
Maybe they making
yeah,
room for a name.
they're
Don't
making
know.
room for them NXT because NXT went stupid on Tuesday.
I heard. I absolutely heard.
Hey man, Roxanne, that's what you gotta do to beat Roxanne. You gotta bring in 5 hitters to beat Roxanne. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, she's The Prodigy,
Her.
right?
She's her.
The Prodigy. That's what they say, right? So
Come on now.
5 hitters is it. It is what it is. I mean, they had to
Nah,
do that with Braun.
it's
I mean,
5
they had to do that with
hitters.
Braun, didn't they?
It's 5 hitters too. Like Jordan Grace music hit. I said, oh, this ain't even fair.
OD. I did see all of them in the locker room. Rhea,
I said,
when Rhea walked in the locker room and was looking at him, I said, wait. I was like, why what's going on? Why is there so many? What's going on? Why Rhea though? What's going on?
Then Rhea got jumped in the parking lot.
I said, bro, that's too. I said, there's so much going on. Like,
way too much going on. Rhea got her beat though.
About time though.
Yeah, they beat the brakes off her.
We ain't seen her get whooped in probably 2 years.
Technically, we still ain't see it. So.
Yeah, true. Maybe today, probably not, but yeah. Is she on this? Is she on the Crown Jewel card? I feel like
nah, she injured. She out for a couple months. You ain't see? She got fractured jaw.
Jaw?
Mm-hmm. That's why they
what?
That's why they did it in Raw. They said it was the headbutt she did to either Liv or Raquel on Raw a couple weeks ago. Yep. So now everybody like, oh, because when she originally got hurt, they were like, or when they said the injury, they were like, oh, she's just faking. They just faking it so they can bring her back for Royal Rumble, but she might not even be back for Royal Rumble unless she like has some crazy recovery. Because I mean, that'll be what?
She better call John Cena, doctor.
8 weeks.
That boy was in that 08 Rumble talking about something. I'm like, boy, you should be at home, boy. Ain't your pec messed up?
They're like, boy, we're gonna bring you out there for 4 minutes. You better be able to get us a good 4 minutes.
Hey, man, that's
because he came in and started throwing everybody out.
That was one of the best. Still, probably my favorite Royal Rumble return, though, bro. Like that
that's
right
probably
there,
my favorite.
He came out there cooling.
Nah, Edge my favorite.
But like, come on, right?
John Cena up there too.
He had me weak. Look, he came out there with the cab all up. We know that's you, John. Don't nobody else wear jorts. I'm like, man, come on, bro. Get in the ring. Let's get it.
My favorite thing about it is because it's Madison Square Garden, and New York is known for like to be one of those cities that like hates the good guys.
Right.
They were so shocked they didn't even think about booing, bro. That's one of the last times that John Cena music hit, and it was only cheers.
I know, right? Maybe this time around it'll be only cheers because this is his last one. But I know how
people
he
still
get
gonna
down.
do the John Cena subs.
Yeah, I'll say, you know how he get down. Don't switch up now. Y'all say this. Y'all say this. Come on, bro. Stop that.
But like Kurt Angle at this point.
Facts. I'm happy though to announce, or this ain't important for the viewers. This ain't even important for you, I guess. But the road to WrestleMania schedule drop, and they will be returning. I think Charlotte has the show, the Monday Night Raw, after the Rumble. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
So I will be back in that Joe. You feel me? I was mad excited because I went to SmackDown, and now I finally get to go see Raw. And by that time, y'all, which is why I say it's important, is the show is on February 17th, which means this will be the first Raw in Charlotte on Netflix. So I might see some crazy stuff. But I'm praying Cena make a stop in our hood so I can see the GOAT one last time before he gone. That's it.
You said that like he dead. You said that like he about to die.
But look, though, but you know how Cena is though. Like I feel like Cena's such a concrete person. Like this is it, bro. Like I really feel like, bro, this is it. Like ain't no WrestleMania like boots, cameos. Like I feel like this is really.
I think he'll do like cameos and stuff, but I don't think he'll do any matches or anything physical for real.
No boots.
Because he keeps saying like in ring, like this is my last in ring, like I'm done in ring, like so like he keep emphasizing in ring. So I think he's done for show. Yeah. He's gonna be like Shawn Michaels. They got to pay him like
a stupid bag. A stupid bag. But that's all. That's all that I had to announce to the people, man. But as far as Crown Jewel, Tariq, I'm gonna pull up this graphic and we're gonna get right to it. Screen. Right here. Right here. This is what we're looking at, folks. This is what we're looking at. Maybe I ain't even gonna click off. Alright, you can see this, Tariq, correct?
Yep.
Okay, y'all. This is Crown Jewel today. We have Randy Orton, KO, Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best Crown Jewel card I've seen.
Yeah.
Wow. Um, we have the tag team champions, Bianca Belair going against Piper Chelsea, Io Sky, and then we got our NXT ladies in the building, who I think will elevate this match personally into something crazy. They bring a lot of dynamic. They bring a lot of power. They bring a lot of speed. It's perfect for this
Yeah,
scenario. You need a team like that.
yeah, you do.
So we also got my favorite match of the night. Not gonna lie, LA Knight, Carmelo, and Andrade. If Carmelo don't win, it's not my favorite match of the night. If LA Knight wins, I feel like we gonna get into it later.
Yep.
But Liv Morgan,
That would have been when we turned off the stream.
pretty much, pretty much. Liv Morgan, Nia Jax. I think it's gonna
Tiffy
be a
time.
great match. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great match because I feel like Tiffany Stratton's gonna maybe cash in. I got a feeling she will. Gunther, Cody Rhodes. Now, we're gonna talk about it later, but depending on how that Randy and KO match ends, I feel like something's gonna happen in that match as well.
Hmm.
And then we got our big main event, which I think is a main event should be. The Bloodline versus the OG Bloodline. And that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? That you know how I feel about that. So, what match you want to start with? What do you want to talk about? I sound like Cody Rhodes, huh? Tariq, what do you want to talk about?
That's your gang, huh? That's your dog.
You know what? Cody grew on me a little. You know what I'm saying? Kadarius Rhodes the third grew on me a little bit. Uh,
Kadarius.
I ain't gonna lie, he just cool. Like I'm not one of the because honestly I see this a lot on social media. A lot of Bloodline fans, a lot of Roman fans, a lot of whatever fans like to be like, "Yo, Cody weak." You know what I'm saying? Cody trash champ. Nah, I think Cody a great champ. Like it is what it is. Am I ready for him to drop the strap? Maybe, maybe because I feel like it's wrong with WWE to. I mean, they did it with Roman for so many years, so this it sounds hypocritical. But for Cody to just, I mean, it's fine. It's fine that he's champion. I don't got a problem with it. He puts on bigger matches, but I mean, we know your end game with him with The Rock and all that stuff. So it's like, I mean, I feel like if y'all didn't tell us that in the beginning, then maybe it would be better. But I don't know. They cook. They kind of treat his thing week to week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they change all the time. So as far as Cody being champion, I like it. Good ambassador for the sport. Good ambassador for the company. I ain't got no problems with Cody Rhodes. Kadarius Rhodes the third, like I said, that five. So, what match you want to talk about? What are we going with first? Are we going in order? Are we going to skip around? What you want to talk
Order.
about?
We can go in order to have some
Some
sequence.
balance. Some balance. Okay. KO. Randy Orton. Tariq, I will let you provide the backstory or a little bit of the backstory, and then we can go from there. Take the floor, my brother.
So Kevin Owens and Randy Orton have been a tag team for about a year. I feel like they've been a tag team for a while.
A little minute.
You're just going back and forth with the bloodline, helping each other out. When once Randy came back, Kevin Owens was kind of like, the guy that was coming out to help him, whether it had been Austin Theory and him or the bloodline, whoever. Even when Randy Orton returned at War Games, he was helping, the side that Kevin Owens would have been on, whatever. So then you got Cody, team up with Roman. Kevin Owens ain't really feeling that.
I'm not feeling
Cody
it.
keep trying to talk to him. Randy trying to be the peacemaker, trying to be the middleman. Kevin Owens like, hey, bro, pick a side. Like you better not pick his side.
Right.
And Kevin Owens is one of those people that people always say you can't trust him. He always turn on his friends. But this time he feel like he been turned on. So he attacks Cody. Randy Orton comes out. They try to have a conversation. Kevin Owens a little heated. He grabs Randy Orton. Randy Orton punches him. Doesn't RKO him. He punches him. Then he looks like he's got some remorse, which we don't really see from Randy Orton very often.
Right.
Then you can see the look on Kevin Owens' face. It looked like he was distraught. Like, oh man, like somebody just turned on me. Like that's the second person to just like fold. Like, all right, bet. So you picking him. Then he attacked him in the backstage. And then Randy Orton was like, yo, I want a match. Triple H was like, nah. Well, he went to Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis said, it's above me. He said, oh, so I know who it is. So he called out Triple H. Triple H like, nah, we not doing that. He like, why not? You protecting your boy. He said, no, I'm protecting you. He said, that shit. And then it hit Randy. Randy like, what? What you mean? He said, bro, you was just out for a year and a half.
Right.
I'm not going to put you in there with him. Like, that dude is dangerous. And he thinks that you turned on him. So he going to be even more dangerous. He's like, I seen him do stuff to the people he cared about for way longer. Like, i.e. Sami Zayn and NXT. So he's like, I don't care about none of that. Give me the match. Triple H, all right, bet. I'll give you the match. And then now we got Cena. Now we got
Hey, Cena!
Now we got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
So we have Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. Since you gave us a backstory, I'm gonna go ahead and jump the gun and say what I feel like should happen. My prediction for this match, I think Kevin Owens wins. I feel like you don't build him up to go on this warpath for him to lose the first match to Randy Orton.
Hell no.
And I mean, I'm gonna even take it a step further. I think he should stretch him. Like,
I was about to say,
I think it should be I think it should be a straight squash, bro. Like, I think he should really. I mean, Randy could get a little off his hand, maybe one RKO, but it should be definitely early. But KO should come out and handle business, and just let him know you picked the wrong shot. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Owens deserves. If this is going to be his last shot, like, up to the main event, I mean, he's already a main eventer, but if this is his last shot of the title run, he should go out as not a world beater, but he should definitely be a force until he at least make it look like, and that's also been one of my things with Cody Rhodes' title reigns. Like, the threats to Cody Rhodes' title reigns, we know he's not losing.
Not one,
We need to make Kevin Owens look like, because I ain't gonna lie, there was a point in time where when Roman and KO was feuding, I was like, oh, like KO looked like they could take the strap off Roman, which is crazy. But
if they had counted Roman when he was down for 15, 20 seconds,
we don't talk about that. We paid him off. And that's what we doing. And when you the tribal chief and you got the tribal chief money, you pay him off. That's what you do. So
what's out there cheating?
You feel me? Like Triple H in 2000, cheating. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like it shouldn't be like a squash, but I definitely think it shouldn't take up much time. And I think Kevin Owens should come out there and handle business and walk out. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with that. I think Kevin Owens should. This match shouldn't be no more than 10 minutes. I think Kevin Owens should really like dominate this match, like make the crowd uncomfortable, type dominate, like attack the injury that we know that Randy Orton has, attack the neck. Go all out. Like don't save nothing. And then that's what's gonna push him. Like, oh snap! Like he might, like maybe he should beat Cody for it. Like even if Cody get it back, like maybe he should. Like it'll just open up people's eyes a little bit more, open up their perspective a little bit more.
Okay.
In my opinion.
In your opinion. Not a bad opinion to have. Like I said, I don't know where they go from this immediately. Because if you obviously squash Randy, I don't know if you write him off TV for like maybe a week or two or what. But if the payoff is Cody, there's so many ways they can go with the story. This is why I like this story so much. Like KO Cody, which I think they're targeting for the Saturday show. What is it?
Yeah, because Cody's not. He posted where he was going to be, what shows he was going to be on. Survivor Series was not on it.
Wow, that's odd.
Yeah, they said, like, I saw people saying no Survivor Series, and I was like, hold on. And I went and looked, no Survivor Series on it. And then he's on a Raw.
What's it going to be?
In December.
A straight bloodline show?
Shoot, they need to put that Women's War Games match on it from NXT. Say that. Say that for a couple weeks.
Hey,
because what's the Women's War Game match gonna be on the main roster now? Especially with Rhea getting hurt, like there is none. Unless you just throwing all the heavy hitters in there. Like
Which is
Charlotte
probably
come
what they're
back,
gonna do.
boom, heavy hitter. Nia Jax, boom, heavy hitter. Tiffany Stratton, boom, heavy hitter. But then it's like, who on what side? How does that all come together in 3 weeks? I don't think you could do that. But I think you could be like, you know what? It's been NXT people coming up on Raw, SmackDown. Let's put NXT on this Survivor Series War Games because they shit going crazy down there.
Which I don't see why that would even be a problem
And
because I mean, just a couple
that's
years
the
ago they
perfect way
were
to
on there.
introduce them. That's the
Right.
perfect way to introduce all of them. That's 10 women's wrestlers that you would need to get on that level. Like you want
Right.
that kind of PLE, like Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace, Delta, or her name not Delta no more, Zarya, and then you got Kalani Jordan, you got Roxanne, Cora, and then you got Fatal Influence. Like all 10 of them would
Could do work.
shine off of that. Come on, that's
I
the
like
one
that.
that's what it should do.
I like the
But
idea.
we'll
I
see.
wonder how they're
They
gonna
might
write
not do it.
Cody off for Survivor Series though. Like you missing a champion off one of your biggest PLEs of the year.
Yeah.
So how do you even write it?
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, man. But like I said, I
But
love
that's
the
probably
story.
why they didn't do Cody. That's why they didn't wait and do Cody Gunther. That's why they didn't. Or that's why they're doing it now. That's why they're doing Nia and Liv Morgan now. So that's what that makes it even more intriguing about what they're gonna do Survivor Series. Like we only know one match to this point. After that, we don't really know. Like, are we gonna get Braun versus whoever the US champion is, or are we just gonna get traditional Survivor Series matches?
Man,
Like, what's the
Braun and
word
Carmelo would go crazy.
on Survivor Series? Come on, bro, just build up the young stars on Survivor Series. That's it.
You know
Come on.
WWE need a writer, man. I told you that. You might as well go get your name in the hat. You might as well put your name in the hat. But hey, look though, the storyline between this is cool because there's so many ways they can play it. KO obviously mad at the world. Cody could also be mad at the world if you wanted to and be like, look, my closest friends fighting now because of a choice that I made. Then you got Randy. I done lost my edge because I started trusting people again. Maybe I can go back to the way I was. So many routes that they could really take. And I hope that they just choose the right route, which they usually do in the long run. But what route would you like to see them take if those three are on the table? Maybe, I mean, you know me, I'm going to say Randy every time. I would love to see Randy go back to his old ways. But a lot of people want to see Homelander Cody. A lot of people want to see that. So
I ain't gonna lie, I do want to see Homelander Cody. I do want to see it. I think
what would that do for the business?
I think it would still do great.
Right.
Do you think the business would have been bad if John Cena went heel in like 2011, 2012? Like after he loses to The Rock and he go on that losing streak, turn heel. I think the people still there. The people gonna want to know why he did it. When Hulk Hogan went heel, WCW went phew. Like what John Moxley and them doing right now, just beating everybody up. The Young Bucks then ran and went home, scared of them. Like yo EVPs then ran and took off and left all the wrestlers there to get their ass beat every week. People gonna tune in every week, and be like, damn, who gonna actually show up and help him? If Cody come out there, he Homelander. People gonna be like, he really doing this shit? Like Roman went heel to the next level.
He had
sometimes you just gotta let people. Sometimes you just gotta let Sometimes you just gotta let people
do some
elevate
creative stuff. Okay.
Because eventually the face Cody Rhodes is gonna get stale. There's still gonna be the people that whoa, but there's always gonna be people that are like, I ain't really feeling it. He just do this every week. We know what's gonna happen. Homelander Cody, it's gonna be, you don't know what's happening from week to week. He gonna come out there. He gonna tell something that's true, and then he gonna do whatever he want to do.
Not a bad idea. Everybody in the chat that's live, you let us know in the comments, and we will post it on the screen. Would y'all like to see Homelander Cody? Would y'all like to see Face Cody? Would y'all like to see heel Randy? Would y'all like to see Face Randy? Y'all let us know what scenario y'all want in this. If y'all don't say nothing, cool. But I always got to give y'all the option. It's an interactive show, Tariq. You know that. It's an interactive show. Y'all feel free. Let me see if I can open this in a new tab, though.
I think we could do a face Cody versus face Randy. Randy win, and then Cody go Homelander, or the John Cena route. Like
Which,
once Cody loses it, that's when he goes Homelander.
like, that's what I want to see.
Like, oh, you said you was passing me the torch. You ain't passing me the torch.
Right.
Boom, beat his ass.
Chill.
And that's no. Would that not be one of the craziest heel turns ever though?
It would though.
Because I mean, you could argue the two most popular people in WWE right now. It's in terms of faces, like Cena and Cody Rhodes in the same match in the same ring.
Right.
Cody turn on him, the whole crowd ain't gonna know what to do.
You're right.
That shock factor is gonna be crazy if they were to do that.
It definitely would. I can agree that the shock factor.
And I know you.
And I would love to see it. Yeah, I'd be sick, but in the end,
it's gonna make
Super
good
Cena
television.
gonna have to come back out. You feel me? So
now he already happened. Now it's Homelander Cody. He gonna make that nigga kryptonite.
I mean, I'd be cool with it. The Crossroads would look better if he was a heel. I know that. Because when he was putting plastic bag or paper bags over people's heads, that Crossroads was stinging.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So him as a face, come on. Like, come on, bro. Relax on that. Whenever he used to, it looked way better. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, bro, Cody Rhodes is great. Like, I mean, regardless, people be trolling, saying he a politician. He does drop good promos. I am invested when he usually pick up the mic. In ring, he be cooking. Can't lie. I mean, obviously he has aura. Like, he come in the building, everybody gonna be singing that theme. Everybody gonna be wooing. I mean, me included, and I'm not even bro biggest fan.
Bro, that song is on my phone, and it's been on my phone for like 5 years now.
It's fine. You know what I'm saying? I be in the gym. I was in the gym. I was listening to that. So
come on now.
I mean, he got aura. So I feel like at this point in his career, like, he can do whatever he wants to do, bro. Like, the world is your oyster. Like, this is you. You're creative. You have a great wrestling mind. You do whatever you want to do.
And I don't think people have to be faces to be the face of the company.
Right. I mean,
like,
we just
Roman was the face of the company for 4 years, and he was not a good guy. So I don't think maybe like merch wise, but even then, Roman's merch was still selling like hotcakes. So it's like,
right.
I don't think anything would really change money wise if Cody goes. Now in 2011, 2012, maybe it would have been like that for John Cena with the kids. Like, maybe the kids wouldn't have wanted to buy his stuff, but that would have just forced you to build somebody up as a face.
Right.
But
yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like we're so, as a wrestling community, like, we're so, Vince was there so long. Mm-hmm. Like, in my head, I always be like, oh, there's no way they would turn Cody because, like, bro, this is your cash cow. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you got other faces on the roster. Like, I seen a stat yesterday about Jey Uso having more merch sales than CM Punk and Roman combined in the last month.
Yeah.
So, like, you got plenty of faces around. And now that Roman's a face again, I mean, it don't.
Roman versus Homelander Cody. Jay versus Homelander Cody.
Right. Like,
Sammy versus Homelander
I could definitely
Cody.
see the Jay angle. Like, bro, you brought me over here to get away from my family, to be a better dude, to be this, be that, and now you gonna turn around and do this, do that. Hey, it might
back to Mello Cody.
So at what point
Williams Cody at some point?
At what point would Mello become a face unless they do heel v heel? Now, this is something I could see though. Let's say hypothetically Cody's still champ as Homelander Cody. I could see, how Logan Paul did it, champ versus champ type of thing, like, or Seth Rollins, John Cena back in the day with the combining belts. But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
yeah, I think it would be further down the line next year. It would be around like a SummerSlam type of time, and I feel like by then you could, like, Carmelo could eventually, he could be a face by then.
Right. See, the way I feel like they could do it
with the character.
Right. The character for Carmelo is just, I mean, I love the character in general because it's really just Carmelo.
Yeah.
Like, it's just him. So I feel like the way that they could turn him face is when Trick Williams comes up and you just reunite him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the best.
And don't turn him again. We don't need
it. Just let it be, bro.
Please.
And Trick is one of those characters, I feel like, now he's one of those characters, I feel like, unless he fizzles, can't ever really turn it. You can't turn him.
Nah. Because they're not going to whoop that Trick if he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But you need
I mean, they could, though. They could. It could go from You whoop that Trick. That Trick got whooped. I can see that. I can see that. A lot of
Mhm.
people like Trick got whooped. He wouldn't be feeling that. But
That's crazy.
they could spin it whatever way they want to.
Yeah,
Maybe I need
yeah.
to apply. Hold on, Trick.
Yeah, come on now, that would be crazy.
Hold on
Cause
now.
he be out there like, what y'all say? Don't make me come out there. All right, don't make me South Philly out.
Yeah,
Shit, here you
all
go.
that be coming out. All that be coming out. So that's cool. Next match we got on this thing. We got Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed. If y'all don't know anything about Bronson Reed, been on a straight warpath recently. Just got out of a huge feud with Braun Strowman, one of the best big man feuds we seen. Me and Tariq talked about that in early episodes. He injured Seth Rollins earlier in the year on a Raw. Uh,
Right
that's
after,
the
want to say right after, well, maybe that Monday after SummerSlam.
Yeah, because he ref the Punk and Drew and then got hurt
Hmm.
right after that.
Yeah, I want to say it was Monday after.
So it was the Monday after SummerSlam, and Bronson Reed basically just trying to tell the world, yo, I'm trying to make a name for myself. So I'm gonna go around tsunami and everybody. He in the last match with Braun Strowman, it was the last big man standing match, pretty sure. And
Hmm.
Seth Rollins ran out, hit the curb on Bronson Reed on the steel steps, made his return, got his theme song going. They went back and forth, saying they want the match, attacking each other backstage. I love the way they set the table for this match. It's huge, and I love that Seth is willing to work with young. I mean, he's just a company man, so let's be honest. He's willing to work with anybody, get anybody over, or do what he has to do. And I feel like in this particular case, he should do that again, be a company man, and let Bronson Reed go over. I just think that's just. I mean, these first two matches on this card should definitely be under
Yeah,
30 minutes.
for sure,
You know,
for sure.
I think Bronson Reed should come out here, show why he's a force, hit some tsunamis, leave. We see that second match on a random Raw. I just feel like that's just how we need to play it. Uh, will they do that? I don't know because this is Seth Rollins' first match back on a PLE, and since he didn't compete at SummerSlam, so what? Since damn, when did he have a last PLE? Mania?
Might be honestly, cause he left after Mania
Yeah,
and then came back
he wasn't at Backlash. He wasn't at
as a surprise. So did he have a match when he came back as a surprise? Because we didn't know he was coming back when he did.
right.
So I'm trying to think of what he had done between then and then them making him the special referee for the CM Punk Drew match. But I don't think he was on the PL yet with
I
a
don't think he
match.
had a match. I think he was just talking.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
he
he
just
was
came
talking.
out.
So I
Yeah,
think this is. I mean, correct us if we wrong in the comments, but I think this is his first PLE since WrestleMania. So I don't know if the company will let him drop a match since this is his first match since WrestleMania.
it
So
could. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either. Just hypothetical. There's always business in these decisions as well. So it's like,
Yeah.
who. But what's your take on it? Who should? Are you in agreement? Should this be a squash? Should this be
Yeah.
a longer drawn out match? Or
I think I don't know if I can see them doing a squash, but I can see them doing one where um you know Seth is just literally fighting an uphill battle the entire match,
Mhm.
and then when you think he's gonna like make his comeback, he doesn't, and
Right.
it's just like you're just like you think he's like, oh, he's gonna kick out. It's one, two, and then it's three, and just like the crowd like, oh shit, it's actually over, like that kind of thing. Um, because either way, I mean, I'm assuming this is gonna have at least another match. Um, I think this one could be the shorter one, and then I would assume they would have another one that has some kind of stipulation on it, and then that's the one that you can have be longer. But you need to build up Bronson right now because you've built him up for the last 3 to 4 months. You don't want to build him up and then have him lose here, and then him have to come back and be like, all right, I lost, but I'm still better. Like, I don't know. It's
Right.
just hard for heels to come back and get another match. Like, faces can get sympathy. They can oh, I got cheated, blah blah blah. But if a heel lose the first match, it's hard. Like Finn, can't get his rematch with Damian right now because it doesn't make sense for him to get it. Like he had 3 people
Right.
help him and still didn't win the match. So it's like, why would we give you another match? But on this hand, like on this case, you can't have that situation. Like it's just gotta be you gotta have Bronson go over.
Gotta have Bronson Reed go over. Big Bronson Reed. I ain't gonna lie, I do like. I don't know why I like whatever they like. That's his name, Big Bronson Reed. That's just be having me weak, especially
That
because
shit be having me wild.
the way Pat McAfee used to say it, Big Bronson Reed. So
Big
I was
Bronson.
like, I was like, man, that's funny. I like his character. Um, yeah, man, he deserves to kind of catapult into that main picture. Like, I honestly, personally, would like to see him with a match with Gunther eventually. Like, I think that would cook. I think it would be a banger.
Yeah.
Gunther really needs more competition,
Yes.
like on Raw. Once again, folks at home, we don't know what the shakeup is going to be in January whenever they go to Netflix. Like I said, I feel like Netflix is going to demand some heavy hitters on the Raw side, so that could impact what we got going on. Um, But Gunther needs more comp, man. Like the only people that really could go after the world title on Raw right now would be Seth, and he's locked into this feud.
Yeah.
Drew, we haven't seen Drew. We haven't seen Punk in a while. Probably won't see them until after Survivor Series, most likely.
Yeah.
So man, other than that, I can't even
Yeah.
think of a name. Like, I mean, Jay's obviously on SmackDown, probably going
Yeah.
forward. We've seen that before though. Chad
Yeah.
Gable,
And
whatever
they
they're
already
doing
did
with Chad
Sammy.
Gable. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Chad Gable at the moment with American Made.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like the closest thing would be maybe if the Wyatt Six would maybe get in on it, but you can't do that. You can't
Yeah.
have them.
It's too early.
You can't have them lose
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Which I find it weird that them in the Final Testament's not on here. I feel like they should have.
Yeah.
Like the feud just started, but I feel like this would have been a good spot
Yeah.
to have a match.
But that might be one of the Saturday night or like the Saturday ones too.
True, true, true. When is the
Because
Saturday main event? When is that?
let me look. Saturday. Oh, that's December 14th, so maybe it's not that long. They probably won't
Okay,
wait that long. Then. So
all
maybe
right.
that'll be one of the Survivor Series things. But mm. But see what this is 6 matches, so this is more or 7 matches, so this is more than they normally do.
This is, which is why I feel like the time is gonna be cut short on
Yeah,
the KO
a couple of
Randy.
these.
Yeah, the KO Randy or the. I mean, all I'm hoping for in this PLE, folks at home and people that are watching, I just hope they give Carmelo, Andrade, LA Knight time, and I hope that they give the tag team championship time because
Yes,
all of the women in that match are phenomenal. They deserve to have a moment and to
yes,
cook. And me personally, this is the match that we're about to talk about.
yep.
I think that this is where Bianca and Jay lose.
Hmm.
Obviously, Bianca's never won at Crown Jewel. I don't think,
Which is crazy.
which is, I mean, you know what I say about that. I can't say it on air, but you know
Come
what
on
I
now.
be saying.
Come on now.
Um, who do you want to see win? I know you want to see. I know who you want to see win. I feel like, but me personally, for the shits, the giggles, I want to see Piper and Chelsea win because I feel like Chelsea deserves, and Piper. I mean, they deserve something for the work
Yeah,
that they've been putting in
absolutely.
over the past weeks. Like, bro, Chelsea Green had a dumpster match, and it was with Michin, and it was
Yeah,
so fire. And
yeah.
then at Bad Blood, like she's walking into the party, everybody, girl, you staying? Like she's playing the
Metro
character.
Boomin in that motherfucker.
Like, damn, what's going on? Great work. Like it's just great work week in, week out.
Yeah,
And I feel like they're giving them. They're not giving. I mean, I feel like it's an R True type of thing. We give you this small moment and you make it big. So it's just
yeah,
awesome. I feel like they should be rewarded for that.
yeah,
But in general scheme, EO, Sane, definitely deserve it as well. Great in ring performers. They can elevate the titles. If you're looking for somebody
yeah.
to elevate a title after Jade and Bianca,
Hmm.
perfect. And then
Yeah,
obviously our NXT ladies, you just go out there. If you win, great. That's awesome because
introduce
you
yourself.
next up. But yeah, show the world
Put
why
yourself on the map.
NXT deserves another chance. You know, like, and what I mean by another chance, folks, I mean because NXT 2.0 got rid of a lot of people.
Hmm.
So a lot of people may not have came back from that. If you haven't, this would be a good chance for you to maybe tap in because they're doing great work. Shawn Michaels
Absolutely.
doing great work. So they're putting a lot of trust in them to come up and hang with these heavy hitters that we got over here. And I
Yeah.
feel like they'll deliver. They've been doing great on SmackDown. They was at the SmackDown I was at, and I was even upset I didn't get to see more of them in the ring.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're actually really, really good. So that's my take on it.
I
Swish,
think
Reek.
I think I think it's between Io and Kyrie and Chelsea and Piper. I agree that Chelsea and Piper have done a ton to elevate their characters, to elevate themselves. And a lot of times when you have this kind of pairing, you're waiting for the powerhouse to turn on the smaller one,
Right,
for whatever reason. And I don't think you have to go that route with this. And if you
right,
do, I think you can still wait on it. Just because they're starting to hit their stride. Like it seemed like at one point they were, and they've been tag team champions before. I think if you go the Chelsea and Piper route, it opens the door for more people to be able to win it.
right.
Um, any given week. If you go Io and Kyrie,
You
I think it's
gotta let
harder
them
for
hold it
Bianca
for
and
at
Jay to get it
least.
back, and
Right,
they have the perfect opportunity to go and wrestle anybody. Like they can go to NXT and wrestle Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie. They can go down there and wrestle Roxanne and Cora. Um, Fatal Influence. They can wrestle anybody on Raw and SmackDown. Like they could really just like I want to see
blow
what
it up.
their tag team reign would look like with Triple H being the one like fully running it, like fully being creative behind it. But I also would like to see what Chelsea and Piper could do with it. And this would be another way to be like, okay, Bianca and Jay lost again, but again, it was another multi-women match.
Right.
When it's one-on-one, they don't lose. But it could also be like, all right, depending on who loses or how they lose, could all right, this is how we start to throw shades to how we're gonna get to them eventually feuding. But we need to see more from Jade before we can get to that. We haven't seen
And
enough
that's
from
the
Jade in the ring
problem. I
because
feel
she's
like
talented. We haven't been able to see it. Like they
right,
haven't showcased it. So maybe this is one of those matches where she can because the the making of the match is beautiful because besides Io and Kyrie, every match has one powerhouse and one like speedier superstar. Lash Legend, Piper, Jade, and I guess you could say Io is the stronger of the two of them. But um you've got the powerhouses, and then you got the speedier ones, the one that can fly through the air and things like that. So this could be the match where they allow her to go out and really do more. But until that, it's going to be hard to really push for a Bianca and Jay match, especially out of WrestleMania, because we haven't even seen her really be showcased in the ring the way that she would need to be for a match like that. And if she's
right.
not ready, you definitely don't want to waste it. Like you don't want to waste that moment, that match. Like that match is going to be something that brings in fans from everywhere. It's not going to bring in just wrestling fans. People are going to see like, "Oh, what?" And they're going to watch just because it's Bianca and it's Jade. So you have to do it at the right time. You got to do it the right way for it to make sense, and then it's got to deliver. Like Bianca and Sasha isn't a great match because it's the first two black women in the main event of WrestleMania. It's
Right.
because the match was phenomenal. Like you go back and watch that match. That match was great. So you gotta, you really gotta just like you gotta make sure you do it right. Everything's got to be done right. If you're gonna push it, push it. Like keep them together. Do whatever you need to do until it's the perfect time to actually do it. But you can't waste it.
I definitely agree. I feel like with Jay, to piggyback off what you were saying is, and I feel like I've texted you this before, but I mean, it's a testament to how good Bianca is, and I feel like she's slipped under the radar, and it's kind of maybe crazy to say, but you know how hard it is for you to leave a main event scene. I've been a world champion so many times. For y'all to come in and have me not train, but work with somebody who you're trying to get up to speed so I can eventually feud with her and maybe
Right.
even lose in the long run. Um, that's just a testament to what she is. I mean, we talk a lot about Seth Rollins as a like a businessman. Bianca is a businesswoman. Like for her to do that, and then, I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Even for them to be doing your husband dirty, because he ain't got nothing. He has nothing going on, and you're still showing
Yeah.
up day in day out, doing whatever, being at every appearance you need to be going in. And with Jade, I feel like every match that I've seen from them, I feel like her in ring should be ticking upward, but every match feels like the same.
She does less and less.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna sling people around. Bianca,
Mhm.
you're gonna come in here, you're gonna do most of the spots, and then we're gonna hit their cool finisher that they have, and we're gonna end the match.
Which is cold.
It is cold, great finisher. But if y'all want us to believe that Jade and Bianca are gonna have this banger feud, world beater feud, we need to see Jade have a moment. And this, if they are gonna retain here, this would be a nice way for Jade to have a moment. Show us that she's a world beater. Take out everybody.
Mhm.
Everybody. If they're going to retain. Like I
Right.
said, we don't believe they're going to retain, but if they are going to retain, have her take out everybody. Show why she's a world beater. Give her more in-ring spots. And show us something. Because right now, if Bianca and Jay was to go off against each other, I'm not trying to see that. Because I know what it
Yeah.
is.
Right.
So, Triple
They
H is
need
doing
to
a touch
have
out.
like the
Right.
Royal Rumble one was perfect.
Right.
Like when she debuted at the Royal Rumble, I ain't gonna lie, I was marking out, I was going crazy. Like the music hit, I was going stupid. Everybody looking at me like, "Yo, who is that?" Like you gonna see once she walk out behind the curtain, you gonna see
Right.
who it is. And they were like, "Whoa!" And then she comes in, Nia Jackson just thrown out like 4, 5 people. She boom throws her over, picks her up and throws her over. Star
Right.
making moment, but they haven't really been able to build off of that with another star making moment or more star making moments. Like you have to showcase her athletic ability, showcase how strong she really is. Like when Bianca was first trying to, make her name, they were letting her pick up Otis and outrun Bailey and things like that. Like they were showing off how athletic she really was. You got to do
Right.
the same kind of stuff with Jade. Like you got to allow her to go out there and just be like, I'm just better than y'all.
Right.
Like y'all might
And
have
which
been
is
doing this longer
crazy,
than me,
like,
but you not better than me.
I feel like the training wheels, and this might be a stretch, this might be
Hmm.
crazy to say, but bro, the training wheels came off way faster for Uncle Howdy and company
Mm,
than it has for Jade. So I'm like, bro, when are
absolutely.
we gonna let her? When are we
Yeah.
gonna let Jade be Jade? Even the
Yeah.
promos are a little bit kind of protected. Like
Hmm.
I'll be looking at her promos, and I'm like, this works for Bianca because Bianca kid
Yeah.
friendly, cheesy,
Yep.
smiley, but Jade, you look like you want to talk some shit. You
She does.
look like
That's the thing.
so let her get into that a little bit. Like if y'all are gonna start tearing apart, have little ripples. And I mean maybe it's coming today,
Yeah.
but like maybe have some little bit of ripples. Like let's say they're doing a promo backstage, Bianca's cheery, smiley, Jay's serious. Bianca be like, whoa, like we got this, bro. We been having this. Jay be like,
Right.
fuck all that.
Yeah.
Be a little bit. I ain't getting none of
Yeah.
that. So we'll see. We'll see.
Or like they lose, they have a little promo, and Bianca and Jay both out there, and Bianca or Jay goes, "Nobody can stop me." Like emphasis on the me,
Right.
and Bianca be like, "What you mean
What you
by
mean?
me?
Like we a
Like,
team.
ain't
Don't worry
nobody
about
paying
it.
me?"
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry
They're
about it.
like, "Nah,
Me
nah,
and
nah,
you.
I ain't mean it like that. I ain't mean it like that." She's like, "Yeah, all
Right.
right,
And I feel like that's what it should take. Like I feel like
Mhm.
that's the moment, and that we might get it today. Like I said, I'm really emphasizing that to the folks that's listening. Today might be the day Bianca or Jay eats a pin,
yeah,
and I feel like if somebody was to eat a pin today,
it'll
it
be
should be
Bianca."
Bianca,
Yeah.
because then you could go down that path.
Hmm.
Jay, what are you doing? Like, what was going on? How'd you get pinned? How did you lose? What you mean? How
Right.
did I lose? We a team. Where was you at?
Right.
Ripple. We ain't got none yet. But if you're gonna have a multi-woman match and have them lose, have one of them eat the pin. Then
Yep.
we can start getting curious.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. That's all.
Absolutely.
All right, now Tariq. Moving on. My favorite match of the night, like I said, Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, Andrade. This has been going on forever. Like I said, July 19th. I think July 19th was the first Andrade Carmelo Carmelo match. Let's just sum it up. This started happening in the summer. So Carmelo Andrade battling in the summer. LA Knight got mixed into it. We saw Andrade LA Knight. LA Knight retained. We saw LA Knight Carmelo. LA Knight retained. We saw Game 7. Guest referee, we hated it, whatever. And that's what set up the match that we have here today. Now, it can go three ways. LA Knight retains due to his popularity. You can beg on the young gun Carmelo for his hard work. He came right up. Had a match with Cody Rhodes. Clearly you're built for this.
First pick.
They trusted you to have a match with AJ Styles on his return. Obviously, AJ is a real deal wrestler, real deal performer, so that's not a big accomplishment, but they chose you for it. So that is a big accomplishment. Andrade, since his return, banger after banger after banger. People are starting to love his character a little bit more with the mask, all that stuff. So he has a valuable case to become United States champion. Where do you want to see this lead? How should it go?
I want to see Andrade win this, to be honest. I love Melo. Melo's one of my favorite. When he was coming out in NXT, he was coming out in Lakers purple and gold. Really just going all into his heel work when he came in, and he's another person that watched wrestling growing up, but wasn't he was a college athlete, came in and was ready right away. It did not take him very long to be to understand the business and to understand what he needed to do when he came out there and things like that. So it's great to see him thriving on the main roster and them just allowing him to be himself and allowing him to continue to build his character week after week. Right. It's very rarely that we don't at least have some kind of promo or him popping up on somebody you still whack. And to put the fries in the bag, that's still one of the funniest things I've ever heard on WWE TV. And even in his promo last night that they pre-recorded or whatever, they all three have one about each other. At the end, he's like, "Yeah, and Andrade, don't forget to bring the ketchup too," or something like that. It's just
hey, he bid on him. He bid on him.
Just small stuff like that, adds to his character and just adds to people enjoying the things that he's gonna say week in and week out. So I definitely would not be mad at all if it was him, but I think you should go Andrade here because Andrade came back at Royal Rumble, got a nice pop, had the 6-man tag at WrestleMania because you didn't really have anything for sure to do with him, and it was a way to turn him face. And then there was a couple months where he was just having matches here and there, and then the Carmelo stuff started. I think this is the perfect way to really build him in this new run or in this second run with the WWE. And it's a really good way to be all right, this is your chance. We're gonna give you a chance to really either go out there and succeed or go out there and we gotta find a different way to try to help you succeed. But I think if they put the title on him, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to go out there and really show that, hey, I should have been a champion a couple years ago. I shouldn't have had to leave to come back and do this. But obviously there were different reasons for him having to leave and things like that. But and I think at a certain point you could, I don't know if they would do this, but if you really are worried about him talking on TV, you could always pair him and Charlotte. Him and Charlotte are for sure. Everyone knows that they're together. They just haven't done anything TV wise. But no way he's been on TV with Ric Flair before he was on TV with Charlotte. It's just kind of crazy. But I think they could go that route. Obviously, Zelina's still there, but they're not on the same show right now. But if you really are worried about that, there are ways to combat that. But with the work he's doing right now, I think he deserves a shot to prove himself.
And I wouldn't say you're wrong. The in ring speaks for itself. If we're thinking about talking is the only thing. I know I be on Ricochet a lot, but Andrade has enough.
Mm-hmm.
You did it with Shinsuke on the way to feud with Seth Rollins. Do more backstage stuff until he gets comfortable to be out there to talk.
Yeah.
Even when he does go out there and talk, bro, English is not the only language in the world. Let him speak. It don't matter. We got translations.
Right.
We got whatever. We can figure
Put
out what he
captions on the
said later.
bottom.
That's what I'm saying. Put closed captions. It's cool. But we gotta stop acting like just because people don't speak English that well, they can't speak or cut a promo. He could probably say the most fire thing in Spanish, and it'll sound better than what he got to say in English. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Like
cool. Like when Oscar and Io
right.
going back and forth and they was calling each other a bitch. Like we ain't up there calling each
We
other.
don't know, but I can feel. You can feel that. You know what I'm saying? You can feel that. But with Escobar, um, and the group,
They keep changing Legado del Fantasma.
yeah, bro, his promos, he's really good, by the way. But in my opinion, he'll go English, and when he get real serious, he'll talk in Spanish.
Yep.
And that's fine with me, bro. Because
Ray used to do the same thing.
It's because I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I know who it's towards, and I know you mean business. Right. That's all I care about. We can get the translation later because usually, once again, the nerds on Twitter. Yep. Oh, this is what he said. Oh, okay, damn, that was fine. So Andrade being champion, I'm fine with it because I know week after week after week after week, he will put on bangers, and I know that him and Melo is never going to be over between them two. They could always have a feud. He could always have a feud with anybody else. And then when Charlotte comes back, that's a tandem right there. I don't know why they never been on TV together, but they could ultimately be a tandem. Yep. So there's a lot of routes you can go with him. Yeah. Good takes.
That's a lot you can do.
There's a lot you can do. And there's a lot they can do with this match that's coming up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even if LA Knight wins, there's still a lot that you can do there as well. Like if LA Knight wins, you can still I still like the thought of Carmelo and Andrade teaming up for a couple months and just seeing what happens.
And we've been talking about that since episode about 3.
Yeah.
So
that's the only way. That's the only way that I'd be okay with LA Knight winning. If he wins, they gotta have them team up, because then it's just gonna be like, damn, like he really hold us.
Right.
You're like, you know what? You're not as bad as I thought you was. Type like that kind of thing. Or like have it like who was it? They made 2 people team up a couple of months. Oh, similar to how they did in AEW, like overdoing a tag team tournament, but it's gonna be people just thrown together, and if you got to do it. Like that's how MJF and Adam Cole came together, because Tony Khan was like, boom, just put these 2 together, and then organic magic. You never know what'll happen. So I think you could do something similar to that, and just see what you get, because the Bar were a great team for like a year and a half on
excellent
squad. So you never know what you can get there. I think that can give you a couple months or something.
We already know what we're gonna get, right?
Yep.
Both excellent in ring. People are worried about Andrade promo. Carmelo can talk plenty.
Exactly.
Fine. Carmelo, the mouthpiece of the group. Boom. Then let's say hypothetically, Charlotte comes around, and you know what I'm saying, that's automatically elevating y'all right there just because she around.
Yeah.
And it's just like the tension can always be there between the two, and they can still put out great tag team matches.
And then when they finally do, like, boom, you get your WrestleMania match
right there. And
now they just feuded for like 8 months, and it don't feel like they did.
That's the real Game 7.
Come on.
That's the real winner take all.
Come on now. So this is all the different ways they could go with just this match alone.
I just feel like if LA Knight retains,
he gonna hold that bit for a minute.
Who do you even feud? You gotta send him to Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't send him to Raw with the U.S. Championship, but if let's say the draft comes around and y'all flop champs, because they did that. They did that already.
Yeah.
I'll be cool with that, because bro, there's nobody on SmackDown right now that I see that other than those 2. There's no mid card
Jacob Fatu.
I don't see him in that picture though. Like
Kevin Owens, go back and get it.
He's too elevated. I mean, you can always bring him back, but it's like, but Fatu is like, well, I mean, shit, Braun Breaker, the Intercontinental Champion. Jacob Fatu's perfect. Forget it.
Come on,
set it up now. I wanted that Survivor Series. Set it up now. We never got to talk about that, man. I mean, which we can talk about it whenever we get done with this. But the pop that received between them 2,
and all they did was stand, and it was just only a standoff. When Jay was in the match, like they was like, "Hold on, fuck Jay, forget that." Braun and Jacob, we want that shit right now. We don't want.
I wanted it right then and there. I was like, Ooh. Hey, that's for
Awesome.
another day. That's for another day, Terry. Because we can get on there for about 30 minutes. That's another day.
Fantasy booking episode.
Oh, I'm with that. We can do that. So we're at the top half of the card now. I would like to say all champions. No, not all champions, but the bloodline stories, the championship itself, I guess. Um, Liv Morgan, Nia Jax. Man, we've seen this for weeks. Liv Morgan been coming to SmackDown. Nia's been coming to Raw. Tiffany Stratton's involved. I would give y'all the backstory, but it's been going on for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So this match, I don't even know. I don't know. I think for this match, all we're expecting is Tiffy time. It ain't. We
Yeah.
don't care who wins. We
Yeah.
don't care what's gonna happen. We just trying to figure out if Tiffany Stratton's cashing in on Nia
Yeah.
or if she's actually gonna cash in on Liv. My gut's telling me she's gonna cash in on Nia. It's been my gut, but if she does happen to just become the champ, especially now that Rhea's out with injury,
Yeah.
if y'all were to bring her over there to be the primetime player on Raw, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it at all. But I don't know, man.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the most confusing part of the night, probably.
I think so. I think Liv needs this win. So there's a way that you can do it where Tiffany comes out, does her normal thing, but instead of like trying to cash in right away, she just kind of waits
Mm-hmm.
and is kind of just looking to see what she wants to do. And then during that, Liv can take advantage, try to and possibly win the match there. Maybe Raquel and them like help her. It's like, oh, we'll help you. Like keep Nia down if you don't cash in on me, right?
Right.
And I think with the Rhea thing, like with Rhea getting hurt and not really having a timetable, like obviously Royal Rumble is the goal, but you can't really count on that. And Becky still isn't coming back anytime soon. We don't even know if she's coming back at all. Um, I think this is really just like, all right, Liv, it's on you now. Like
Right.
the storyline, I don't think it was their fault that it wasn't going the way that people have wanted it. I think people are just very short sighted when it comes to some feuds. Women feuds, if I'm being completely honest, like it wasn't an issue when certain feuds in the men's side went too long or went longer than they thought. Like the SummerSlam climax was fantastic. It was just after that, it's like, okay, I see this, and then like people want to Live to win, Live won. Um,
Right.
I think the climax of Bad Blood kind of threw some people off. Like the Raquel thing, like people were like, okay, Raquel's coming back at some point. Raquel's coming back at some point, and the ref kind of messed that up.
Mess it up.
So that didn't even go the way it was supposed to. But I think you can really tell us like Liv can really take this and run with it if she wants to. Like if they allow her to, she can really solidify herself as a main player. Like she's already like okay, she's up there in the top echelon. She can really solidify herself as like okay, we don't need a Becky Lynch, we don't need a Rhea Ripley, we have a Liv Morgan. Like this is her chance to really go out there and be like, hey, I am one of those. Like I
Right.
am a Bianca Belair, I am a Rhea, I am a Becky, I am a Charlotte, I am a Bailey. Like you don't need to go put the belt on somebody else because you feel like, oh, we had this going, but now we don't. Like this is her chance to make that claim over the next couple of months. I feel like, and for her, honestly, just start putting her in the ring. She's
Right.
she's she's way better in the ring than this storyline has given her credit for. So just start putting her in the ring with people on Raw, Lyra, um, even Zoe Starks of the world, like whoever. Just put her in the ring, let her cook, let her do her thing. Be like, all right. And every week she comes out and does more and more. You you tell a story with her and Raquel. You tell a story with her and whoever comes out week to week. Put her and Kyrie in a match. Like there's so much y'all can do with it, and just let Liv just let her cook for a little bit and see what happens. See how the crowd reacts and things like that, and then go from there. But I do think Tiffany
Yeah,
catches
she's
in.
gonna be the deciding factor, of course. Like, I'm excited, man, because they're all talented women. Like, and as much as Nia gets
Whew, she's been
around the
great.
world, the return of her and to do what she's doing, bro. If you were to lose your championship today, I am extremely proud of Nia Jax, bro, because people the hate that she receives in all faucets.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, if this is you at home, shame on you, man. Like from body shaming to
Yeah.
in ring to people saying she can't talk to people
Right.
saying like why is she even here, all because of an incident with Becky Lynch a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like which people don't even
Helped
like
her.
to say. Yeah, which really catapulted Becky Lynch onto what she was. But I mean, Nia, I mean, she took all the bumps in the road and made it into like they say, pressure builds diamonds. She made a diamond out of herself. So, congrats to her. And if she does lose the strap, I don't know where they go with her from here, but continue to be a dominant force that you are. That's all. That was really
Absolutely.
my Nia appreciation more than the match
Not
itself.
for
But
sure.
now with Liv, same thing with Liv. I feel like the WWE has done her disservice. Like you gave her the championship, but it was kind of like, uh, here man, damn. That's how I feel like it
Yeah.
is. It's like a here man, damn. Like we giving the people what they want, and then now it's like she's wrapped with Dirty Dom. Like she's wrapped up with Dirty Dom. She's wrapped up with Raquel, which I mean it makes sense. But when the revenge, we wanted the revenge tour, like her getting out the mud. Me personally, I didn't want the revenge tour to be like this. Like
Yeah.
it makes sense that the revenge tour drives you like into a
Yeah.
bad place, but it's like now she's so wrapped up in like they're so wrapped up in what Rhea got going on. Bro, Liv is literally a top player in the women's division. Great
Yeah.
in ring. Promos are good. Good face for the company.
Sells
Literally.
merch.
Yeah, sales merch.
Yeah. He
Like,
said literally.
yeah, I mean, yeah, she's one of them ones. I can't lie, you know what I'm saying? Game, respect, game. But, yeah, man, like, y'all got her going out there getting the dog shit beat out of her by Rhea with help. It takes away and then it takes away her matches on
Yeah.
how good they are, especially when you got Dom in there, you know what I'm saying, doing all the ruckus, which is a part of his
Yeah.
character, which is cool, but it's taking
Right.
away what really she really does. And I mean,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah. I
man,
think the original Rhea injury really slowed them down. Like they had to take a giant detour, and that's
right.
one of like a lot of times like there are time like a couple weeks ago I said sometimes injuries help or are good for certain stories. This is one story that it did not help.
It don't help. And then on top of that, Rhea I mean that like if Rhea's not hurt, Liv's hurt, and then when Liv's
Yep.
not hurt, Rhea's hurt, and now Rhea's hurt again for months on end. And
Yeah.
now,
And then like once Liv got hurt, Raquel got hurt because
yeah, so
Raquel
it's
was
like
supposed to be the one to come and get it from Rhea. Then she got hurt, so it's like that's when they
it's
had
too
the detour
much.
to Becky.
It's too much, bro. At this point, scrap it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how I feel. At this point, scrap the whole story. But we'll see. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Money in the
I
Bank
think
cash.
I think if Rhea comes back at Royal Rumble or something, I think
Yeah, that's
they'll
simple
still
shit.
go that route, which is cool. Like
That's simple.
I'm definitely not mad at a Rhea Liv WrestleMania match and just get them 25 minutes and let them cook.
All right, but let it
Let them
be
cook.
it. Let it
Yeah,
be
yeah,
up the stakes. Like if
yeah.
I beat you, I don't want to see you here no more.
Right. One of y'all gotta
Like
go to SmackDown.
one of y'all got to go to SmackDown. I don't want to see you no more. Or the Roman Reigns rule, which I love during Inside the Ring. Some people didn't like what he did with Brock Lesnar. Bro,
Hmm.
we've done this too many times. As long as I'm champion, you would never get a shot again. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. And then that makes the chase more
Yep.
valuable. And Rhea's one of those people. Sorry, I know I hit the mic. Sorry, everybody. But
There you go.
I feel like Rhea is one of those people. I enjoyed the chase more than I enjoyed the reign. Like the reign was great, but the chase, like leading up to her match with Charlotte, loved
Mm.
it. And then the payoff, I loved it. Some people, I love it. Her reign was really good. Obviously, dominant powerhouse. She deserves to have a championship. One of the most over people in the company. But I would like for them to instill that chase because the way it was looking, like okay, they was giving us the runaround, but I feel like you couldn't have went too many times with her losing before she won.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was whatever. There's only so much
Yeah.
BS that you could have happen.
They
So
run out of ways to book women's champions.
it's becoming a problem.
Like I can't name the last women's champion they booked really well. Like even when Becky won it at WrestleMania, then her first feud was Lacey Evans in Charlotte because she had both belts. Nobody asked for Lacey Evans, bro.
I feel like Io's title reign was probably the last good
Yeah,
women's title reign, and that wasn't even because of the booking. That was just because she's that damn good.
she's just that damn good.
So
Like,
like,
be Bailey's in the COVID era was really good, and then
right.
her and Sasha going back and forth. But I mean, yeah, I mean, Io's NXT title reign was cool. And Triple H was doing most of that,
Right.
but
Roxanne is probably about the only one that they're really,
yeah,
cooking
yeah,
with. So, you know, hopefully that gets better. The women's title picture. Like, I mean, I'll say Nia Jackson's been pretty well. It's been pretty solid, pretty good. I enjoy
yeah.
what she did with Bailey.
But truthfully, it's
Naomi.
only been what 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah,
She got at SummerSlam, so
not
she's
too
only
long.
had like the Naomi, the Bailey, and then.
Right. This little tick for tack she's
But
doing with Tiffany
I
right
think
now.
you can add in like the Queen of the Ring before that, the build up to her getting the championship into her reign, because that's a part of it.
Pretty good
And
stuff.
then you can add like the Tiffany storyline and things like that. So good things are coming from her having the belt from her
Right.
reign.
Well, we know certainly good things have been coming from these two dudes. Cody Rhodes, the ring general, Gunther. We talked about this last week. I said, well, what did I say? 60-40.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, you were on the flip side. You said maybe even
They give me
75.
Gunther. Yeah.
I honestly now, I say ask me again whenever we're at the moment. Now that we're here, I'm gonna say Gunther, and I'm gonna say via Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens, if he comes out, squashes on Randy, he's coming to squash on Cody too. He's coming for that get back. So I feel like there's definitely gonna be an interference in this match, and give me the Gunther win.
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
Gunther winning too.
that's just all. That's just all there is to it. I feel like Cody's not
Yeah.
gonna lose cleanly. Because I mean,
I
damn,
think
when
you
is the
gotta let
last time we
them
saw it?
cook though.
When is the last time we seen Cody Rhodes lose clean in the WWE? I don't think I've seen it.
Not since he's been back. His last loss was Roman, and that for sure wasn't clean. So
God, cheat his ass, cheat him.
unless he's lost a tag team match somewhere, which I don't think he has. I guess he lost the tag team match with Jay, but that wasn't clean either. So
Yeah,
he hasn't lost since he was Stardust in WWE clean.
that's ridiculous. Yeah,
Unless I'm missing something.
he might need to lose clean tonight. He might
Maybe.
need to lose. He might need to lose clean today.
Yeah. Like
So
I wish they would have gone more of a route of like they did show him like say like, oh, I want Kevin Owens next, but they haven't shown him like want to get back at Kevin Owens enough. Like you could always have like, damn, I was a little distracted by Kevin Owens going into the match, didn't take Gunther as serious as I should have.
right,
But you can't really do that because he ain't said shit about Kevin Owens.
right, and
He's only talked about Gunther the last 3 weeks.
built it up like this is a real deal rivalry between
Yeah,
these two. So like
yeah,
at this point, yeah, I don't want to see Gunther lose clean. Like
hell nah.
so, it's got to be Cody. But that's why I feel like they're probably right now. Honestly, they probably don't even know the result right now. Like they
Yeah,
probably writing it up
yeah,
right now. Like how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna play it?
yeah,
And I feel like the only play that you can make is KO. Like
yeah.
the only play you can make, especially if he's next.
Absolutely.
Or the Ludwig Kaiser route. I mean, bring him out, but I mean, what do you gain from that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you don't gain nothing from that.
so, yeah, just use your story and then just go with KO. So that's how I feel
Yep.
like it should happen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
we were short and sweet on that one. I like that. The main event. Doom, doom, doom. Once you hear that, you know it's the main event. So, give me Bloodline 2.0. I think they should win today.
I think so too.
I think they should win today. We rushed Roman Reigns in the reunion. We rushed it. We didn't
Big
see
rush.
I mean, we saw him apologize.
But
Kinda.
not really.
I mean, he gave us the
He ain't even say nothing but yeet last night.
They yeet was
And
worth
he said that
1,000
shit
words.
ugly. I ain't even gonna lie.
All
That shit was
lips and
ugly though.
all.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeet.
Like, damn, what? Like, what? Like, who?
It was worth 1,000
Man,
words, man. That's honestly, God, like just the character Jay is. He would probably much rather hear yeet
yeah.
than them a real apology. Just to know, like that yeet signify for me, like he acknowledges you now that you're your own
Mm,
entity, you're your own person,
yeah.
which is very cool. But still, we ain't seen you
I would have
change,
loved to hear
brother.
him say it.
Right? We didn't
Nope.
see you change,
Because
brother.
even before he said it, he was like he didn't want to do it.
So I feel like this is what we should see today. We should see a well-oiled machine with Bloodline 2.0. They've been rocking with each other since after Mania. They've been rocking with each other. They've been a team for a while. They should be firing on all cylinders. They have the numbers. Obviously, they got four of these dudes out here. I mean, only three are competing, but obviously you got the numbers, so that should help.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
the other side, Jimmy and Jay, they should be a well-oiled machine. I know they had their differences. They should be. I mean, they're the greatest tag team. I mean, of this generation. You know, shout out them. Shout out the New Day. You know, my personal favorite. But they should be firing on all cylinders. Roman is where it gets tricky. When the chips are down, the Olafala is there, in reach,
Mm-hmm.
in grasp. I think he should just take too long to. I think he should grab the Olafala and be like, "I'm back, not we back. I'm back."
Mm-hmm.
And then we see stuff start to crumble. Then we be like,
Yep.
Jake could be like, "I told you, like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm cool with this."
Mm-hmm.
And have it go from there. Now this WWE we talking about. The OG Bloodline probably gonna come out here and win,
Yeah.
but we need controversy
I
in
don't
the
think they
story,
could.
man. They don't need to. We need controversy.
I don't think there's a way. I don't think there's a way they can win, and you still set up a War Games match.
Right. There's no way.
Like how do you set up a War Games match? There's just no way to make it make sense. Like especially if The Rock not coming back for it. Like how do you tie in them? Like so they lost the tag team match and they lose this match, so that would mean that so then Bloodline 2.0 is winning War Games
Now
because they can't go 0-3 game.
this is the tricky thing right here, though. They can still set it up, but they can lose. They can afford to lose this match. But here's the kicker, though. Like MJF said, the bidding war 2024, they just gonna have to do the bloodline bidding war for Sami Zayn. We saw Sami Zayn talking to Solo. That could be a way that they win. Like maybe Roman and Company win. Jay like, bro, we still need Sammy. Roman like, bro, we just won. Why would we need Sammy? He's not even this is family. Like we were. Man, we still outnumbered. Have that kind of be the bickering point, but even still, I kind of don't like that because why is Sami Zayn the deciding factor in this family business? I wouldn't like it, but I mean, I could kind of see that's the way they could play it.
Because that story would have went stale if Sammy didn't show up.
It would have, absolutely would have went still. But at this point, like, I mean, yeah, I mean, it kind of has to be.
That's
it.
why they
We-
need to lose.
Yeah, we ain't seen Sammy in a minute. But even if they win and they still try to bring Sammy on, okay, cool. Now, Sammy, I mean, Jay jumped on immediately. Sammy could be the reluctant one. Sammy could be the one that holds out for a while. And then piggybacking off what Roman said about, I mean, not a while. I mean, shit, you only got 3 weeks. But,
Right.
what Roman said about Wiseman, if Wiseman was here, Jay would already been here. I feel like now that's what you use to get Sammy back. If Wiseman was here, Sammy would be here. You don't sit him out. Sammy and Wiseman need to be there together. That's the only way I can see this happening. Like
I think they can play them losing tonight or today, and the Paul Heyman not being there too.
Right. No strategy.
Because even though he had one match with Cody and it went well, the reason they won that is because Jimmy came out. Right. They can say that Paul Heyman sent him out, right? They lose today, like you said, no strategy. They didn't have anybody, like Roman didn't have anybody in his ear. because there were like Roman for as many big matches Roman was in, he lost a lot of his big matches.
Right.
Once he
And then,
got Paul Heyman, he didn't lose.
yeah,
He didn't lose. So like you have to like you can also tell the story of how important Paul
the
Heyman
wise man
is
is.
to not just Roman as a person, how important he is to as a character and him winning and becoming the actual tribal chief. Because no, he didn't think he was a tribal chief until Paul Heyman said, "You're the tribal chief."
Right. I knew your
So
father.
then he's
I
got
knew
to
your
be
grandfather.
he's got to be telling him, "Come on now." He's got to tell him, "Look, we got to do things differently this time around." Before it was forced everybody to acknowledge you. Everybody's already acknowledged you. Now you just gotta bring everything together the way that only you can. Boom.
Right. And I feel like as much as they play into their family, I think they need to dig deeper into the bag a little bit. Like, especially like
Hmm.
with Paul Heyman coming back, like I was just saying, like, look, before everything was changed, Alpha, Sika, they were here to give you the Ulafala. Like, you kind of willed it away. Like, you force it away. They're gone, bro. It's just you and The Rock. You are the one that's gonna have to bring the family together. I get you got your own dreams and ambitions, but bro, you already did it. Bring your
Yep.
family together and stay together. I can see that. That would be nice. Now, as far as the other things, like I said, I think they need to lose, but I think there's maybe a way they could play it if they win, but it just wouldn't make sense. But
Yeah.
I mean, as far as Bloodline 2.0, I feel like we need to start seeing what's going on behind the scenes with them. Like, who really set this up? Like, did Solo really go out of his way to set
Yeah.
all this up, or did The Rock
Yeah.
really set this up? Like,
Hmm.
I mean, Tariq. As much as people think this storyline's going on too long, them brothers sat down at WrestleMania and said this is only the third inning. So
Yeah.
maybe we still service level with this. Maybe there's so much more to go. But WrestleMania is just, a couple months away.
It's not that far away.
So I mean, I don't know if y'all gonna extend it past this Mania, which would be like, oh my god, like how? Which I feel like
Let's
maybe
not extend it back.
I mean, low key though, Tariq, like maybe we do deserve a clean bloodline, like for a little minute, maybe. But it don't gotta be to the extent. Like maybe we could be like, maybe it could be like, all right, Roman doing this, Jay and Jimmy doing this, Sammy doing this, and backstage we see them together, cool and whatever. And then if it comes down to it, we will all get on your ass. But for the most part, we kind of separate.
Like the Shield.
Yeah, like the Shield. Like for the most part, we separate. But if we need to get on your ass, we'll get on your ass. So
Yeah.
like I could see them having. I mean, I ain't gonna say. I mean, I don't know if the Wyatt Six will ever be a heel faction. I could see them doing something with them. I could see them doing something with. I mean, if American Made ever gets big enough, they could do something with them. They could do something like that. I mean, if Gunther, which I hope. I mean, he's a dominant force. I hope he builds a bigger Imperium because I feel like Gunther is the only one that
Yeah.
can build an Evolution 2.0. I would love that,
Yes.
but there's many more factions that could come about. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, they be separate. But when you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. That's what I would like to see them do after this is all said and done. Like, I don't think they should just put it in a book bag and be like, "Oh, that was one of the best stories ever." Well, okay, we're all done. We're all on our solo shit. Because at this point, Roman, I couldn't see Roman without the bloodline. At this point, like I couldn't see him being out there by himself or without the wise man, just being basically Roman Reigns himself. Can't see that no more. The character's larger than life now. So
yeah.
I don't know what's in store. I don't know what's in store. But what I also do know is once Bloodline 2.0 is defeated, don't disband them and make them like, I mean, you can have the Tongas be a tag, and then Fatu obviously is going to be a larger than life character himself, and then obviously, but don't let Solo slip through the cracks. Don't let none of them slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
Build off of that. That's it.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, by the end of it, if they all holding hands, kumbaya, like they did know what was it, the 80s, 90s with Triple H, Shawn. I mean, they were bad guys, and then they was all in the ring in the steel cage match, holding each other's hands.
Oh, the click. Yeah.
Even if they do that, even if they do something like that, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't die. I see a lot of people saying after this
Yeah.
it should be done. Like it should be done. It shouldn't die. I mean, this made you that money.
Nah, I don't think it's like that. I just meant like they shouldn't still be going feuding at feuding with each
Yeah,
other and
nah,
things like
that
that.
should
Like,
be over with. Because I mean, once The Rock hang it up, the story should be hanged up. Like once
yeah,
he's literally the final boss. Once the final boss is beat,
right.
there ain't no sequel to that. He should be done. So
Yeah, yeah,
I see that. Yeah, man, that's the card.
yeah. That's what I think.
That's the card.
It's not a bad card, honestly.
Like I said, I
Once
think
we
it's
started
the best
talking about
Crown
it, the
Jewel.
card got better and better. It got more and more excited as we kept talking. Like, damn, they could really go a lot of ways.
They could do this.
It could go the complete opposite way of what we said, and the shit would not be fun no more.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, chat folks scenario. Now, if we get this card and we get a Randy Orton dub, a Seth Rollins dub, Jade and Bianca retains, LA Knight retains, no cash in, Cody Rhodes wins, and original Bloodline wins. Worst card I've seen in a minute. I'll be pissed.
The worse than the one AEW had a couple months ago, where just terrible people were winning the matches, and we're just like Christian winning that battle royal with like stacked names. Christian wins it, turned me off for the whole show, and it was the biggest show of the year.
Right, and I feel
biggest show of the year. Turned me all the way off.
And the funny thing about it is, we know how Saudi shows go. They pay big money. They pay big money for the people they want to see win. And that's why I like when Triple H, like they was chanting WrestleMania. Triple H was like, yes, in Nevada. I think he's done with it.
Yep.
I feel like they only want to see what they want to see. And it doesn't help stories. It doesn't help nothing. Like, so if that's the case,
they probably would have waited on Cody and Kevin.
Right. Exactly.
Because it could very easily have been Cody and Kevin here. And they could have actually built off of him beating him up in the fucking backstage. Like, somebody beat your ass backstage and you only try to come out and beat him up 1 week. That's it.
Right.
And then you let someone else handle it because they got beat up the next week too? Nah. Yeah, that ain't it.
I hope they do the right thing. That's all I'm saying. And y'all all get to see it at 2 p.m. Eastern. When you gonna be home, Tariq?
3. I'll be home as soon as the game is over.
All right.
Probably be 40, 45 minutes.
So look, chat. This is what I'm thinking. If Tariq ain't got nothing to do, I mean, we'll be by 3 o'clock. We'll probably be at the women's tag. If Tariq is up for it and I can figure out how to boot it up, maybe we can boot up for the second half. Because I mean, that's the important half. I mean, no offense to the bottom half, but that's the important half. Maybe we can boot it in. If not, of course, y'all can keep up with us on Twitter, TikTok, etc. Either way, me and Tariq gonna be watching once he get home. If we're not live, just know we're still probably watching together off screen.
Yep.
So kick back, enjoy wrestling, y'all. That's all I can tell y'all. Enjoy wrestling, enjoy what it brings. I'm only saying this because I had an instance, a scenario where I was at work and I was talking to my coworker about Crown Jewel, and some customer kind of like bumped into it and was like, "Man, like you're grown, like you're a grown man, you know wrestling, like you still watch." I'm like, bro, look, this is a message to everybody out here in the world. If you love something, you watch it. If you love doing something, you do it. If people got backlash about what you're doing or what you're watching, you're doing something right. So enjoy today. Enjoy wrestling. Enjoy the show that we gonna have, because I think it's gonna be a banger. And I'm glad y'all enjoy our Restless Wrestling. All right? I'm glad. I'm glad y'all enjoy this. Saturday mornings, we get up, we prepare this. At the end of the day, me and Tariq just doing it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We do it for ourselves, but we mainly doing it for y'all. So, that being said, any words? Mr. Swish, Mr. Hoodie, Mr. Reek. Wait, Coach Reek.
Coach T.
Okay.
Bobby Lashley debut AEW.
Right.
On Wednesday.
Garments.
Pretty good debut. Garments. Soon as Swerve's song hit, I said, Swerve.
Right.
Swerve.
when you
And
text
that's
me,
like,
bro.
man, I gotta text P, bro.
What time? What time did you text me? Hold on,
It
I'm
was
gonna
like
tell you,
9. It was like 9:40. As
bro.
soon as he came out.
I was in the middle of what is it? So it was Wednesday. So I was in the gym actually when you text me, and I was on a so Wednesday is legs. I'm over here doing leg press. I was doing Bulgarians on the leg press. And so whenever I get a text message, my Siri and my AirPods,
Yeah.
I'll be like, read my message. That thing just said, Tariq says, garments! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Bro, I stopped my set midway through. Because you know they got TVs in there. And
Yeah.
usually AEW's on there because it's on, TNT?
TNT or TBS.
One of them.
It's
I'm
on
looking up.
TBS on Wednesday, TNT on Saturday.
So yeah, they be having TBS on there because I remember not Raw, something be on it. Law and Order be on TBS sometimes. So they be having Law and Order playing. So I remember looking up and I was like, oh, and I was me and my man's Marcus. Shout out Marcus. He was behind me. Like he was like, you know what you said? I was like, nah. I was like, something big going on. Like swerve back, swerve back. He was like, who is Swerve? I'm like, bro, look, that's Swerve. So I was like, man, that's funny as hell. So shout out to that.
And then I instantly went to YouTube. Was like, man, I gotta do it. MJF Swerve.
I gotta watch it.
He see the thing on the floor. He knock on the door. He grab up on Prince Nana. Swerve come out. Don't put your hands on my property.
Yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
Definitely crazy. Then he goes, Swerve, Swerve, Swerve. And then he tried to talk. Go. He's like, I'm just playing. I'm done.
Yeah, he said, you good, you can talk. Which you can tell that's not playing, bro. Like he's like, man, you good, you can talk.
At all. Yeah, swerve. Garments.
Hey, he did it. He said, skirt, swerve.
Swerve. Garments.
Hey, that's probably one of my favorite backstage savers.
Oh my god! I'm begging y'all to go watch that shit, man. Y'all gotta go to YouTube, type in MJF and Swerve. What the funniest moments.
That's so funny, bro. So with Bobby Lashley coming back, like,
Hurt Syndicate.
How is that? Yeah, how is this? How are they gonna do this? Like,
you gotta build them up. I think they're gonna start pulling people. I don't think it's just gonna be him and Sheldon. I think they're gonna start pulling some young guys.
Like Leo Rush,
like a Leo Rush, Action Andretti. Like they've been showing that they'll go heel. Private Party finally won the titles. That shit had me hyped because I was scared, bro. Like I was nervous going into it. They was like, if we lose, we're not a team no more. And nobody, maybe other people knew. I didn't know that the Young Bucks were leaving after this match, or were like going on a break or whatever. So I thought the Young Bucks was gonna win again. Like they hit the Meltzer driver. I said, oh no, hell.
I saw them hit the V trigger and one wing angel.
And I was like, fuck. And then they stopped it. I said, oh, they gonna win this bitch. They finished. Now there was a fire ass move they did in this match. That's where dude was hanging off the rope. One of the Jacksons jumped off the top rope, like stomped him. He flipped into a powerbomb. Shit was crazy. I was like, holy shit.
That's nuts. I might have to go.
Yeah.
I saw the ending of it.
They cooked.
Yeah, I saw the ending of it. Like I think I saw that V trigger. I saw the one with Angel. Then I saw at the end where they handed them the titles and just walked off. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
because I mean that was literally first Dynamite, first episode. That was the match.
Right.
Like there was a tag team tournament. Everybody was like, damn, they not gonna win. They fucking won. Shit was crazy. Shit was crazy.
So what's going on with my boy?
All the times they beat him was on Dynamite.
Never a pay-per-view.
You said what?
You said never a pay-per-view. They never beat him on a pay-per-view before.
Yeah, they beat him. They beat him twice on Dynamites, or 3 times now on Dynamites. Damn. They didn't beat him on a pay-per-view though, because we all thought they were gonna win a couple weeks ago, but they didn't.
Right.
But he's like, I said on my mama.
About my man though, what's going on with MJF What's going on with him right now? Is he done with Garcia? Like, is he back on Adam Cole? Like,
I guess so. Yeah, it's Adam Cole again.
I don't know what are
Like
they
I think
talking.
Garcia's going towards BCC. He's trying to take them down. So it's like him and Private Party. Um, like yo, I got your back if you got my back. Then Orange Cassidy, they went to Orange Cassidy a couple weeks ago. Orange Cassidy's like, I'm not a leader. I'm not doing that. And then they jumped Chuck Taylor, which is Orange Cassidy's best friend. So he came out last week and was like, y'all done fucked up. Like I don't even like doing shit like this. So then he called out John Moxley. Now they fighting at Full Gear.
Right.
Dan Garcia is going after Jungle Boy now. So he's trying to go get the TNT title, which I'm not mad at. I think he should be going for a belt anyway. But I do think it was weird that they just kind of pivoted that fast. Like we didn't like they could have waited for the Adam Cole jump. Like
Quite
both
literally.
both MJF and Garcia both dropped each other on each other's necks and tried to kill the other one. And tried to end the other one's career. And then they just kind of act like that didn't happen. But then I guess at the same time you could say Adam Cole's career almost ended because he was teamed up with MJF. Like when he jumped off that thing and broke his ankle, he was out for a
Right.
year and a half. So like, and even before that, before the MJF shit, he had the head injury where he didn't know he was gonna be able to come back. So, it's a lot of shit that happened where, you can't really. I don't know. It's just kind of weird that they kind of just moved past some stuff. Like Swerve came back, he just pretended like he ain't get like the
Like he
shit
didn't
with
just
him
stick a
and.
needle in your mouth.
But like, it's not like him and Hangman have like seen each other or anything because Hangman is going after Jay White now. But it's still like they call him the most dangerous man in AEW, and I'm like, is he though? Like we just saw somebody like
Brutalize him.
and bash him with a chair, so really wouldn't he be the most dangerous? But it is what it is. But there's always some little small plot things with AEW that they're missing. But when they're doing, it's weird. It's like when they're doing really well, it's really good. When they're doing bad, it's really bad.
Doing really bad. It's
Yeah.
really bad.
So like
Right.
they got a lot of good things that happen from week to week, but then there's some things that I'm like that I'm not here for that. Like I don't know. It's just some characters just like like y'all said y'all didn't want to be this kind of show, but y'all got these kind of characters
Right.
out
So
here every week.
you're
And
basically saying what I was saying, right? Like about last week when I went on my rant about competition and how competition is good and how they wanted to be the alternate, but at the same time,
yep,
you're
they're
trying
still
too
trying to
hard to
bring
be so
entertainment.
much of an alternate that
Hmm.
you're kind of diminishing your own product. And I
Yeah,
also feel like I'm all for the wrestler and wrestler freedom, wrestler whatever. But when it comes to wrestler creativity, I feel like you need somebody to be able to hone that in. Because I know most of these ideas in AEW are from the talent, and it's too much, bro. Like y'all
right.
are going
They
overboard.
do have like people running and creative though. Like Brian Danielson
Right,
is up there, Christopher Daniels.
right,
There's somebody else I can't think of off the top of my head, but there are a couple. I want to say Samoa Joe is playing like a little bit of a part of it too.
right.
Um, but they don't have anyone that's like all right,
Yeah,
we
that's what I'm
probably
saying.
like when CM Punk said we shouldn't do that, they came at they tried to you know they tried to be funny, and that's how the shit with him and Jungle Boy happened. So like there's got to be like a real structure to
Right.
what is happening,
And it's
because
like,
now like it's much better than it was 5 years ago. Like when they started, truthfully, it was just the Young Bucks, Kenny, Cody,
hey
and
man,
Tony Khan, and they were just
right.
making decisions.
Okay.
Like they
The
were
elite.
really like they
It
literally
was the
were just the
elite.
EVPs and just making. Yeah, like they really were just like the ones making decisions. Like, yep, that's cool. Like you would see, like they would go back and you would see the Young Bucks at the headset with Tony Khan. You would see Cody Rhodes at the headset. Like that's a lot to ask them to do. Like they're trying to build a
Right.
company, literally trying to build a company, and they are booking a show at the same time. So that's kind of hard. So it helps that they brought in guys like a Christopher Daniels and Brian Danielson that understand the business, understanding what people will want to see and what will make sense. Because like the
Right.
BCC thing, like that's bringing a realness to wrestling that we don't really see very often. Like
Right.
they really are coming in and just
It's like a
wreaking, like
hardcore
just beating
nexus.
everybody
Like
ass.
that's how I feel.
Exactly, exactly. But then you also don't know like if there's someone in John's ear. Like you don't know if there's someone like they're doing it for. If it's Shane
Right.
McMahon, I'm done. I'm done. If it turns out that Shane McMahon is the person that they're doing all this shit for, I'm done with it. But if it's just
So
John,
why wouldn't you
wanting to build up,
Why wouldn't you
Because
like that?
that's nasty. Like I the way I want this to turn out is John Moxley did this so that the people around, like the people that are supposed to be that the people that were crowned pillars and the crowned the future, stop being complacent and stop just waiting for things to happen and make things happen. Take
Right.
control of their own destiny. And that's basically what has happened ever since he did what he did to Bryan Danielson. Is people are all right. We can't let y'all do this. Like even if they're coming up to getting beat up every week, like they're still. And then you got people that are like changing their characters. Like all right, maybe we got to do more with, like what they're doing and things like that. Like you got conflict every week between people that you wanted to see on TV but weren't really doing anything character wise on TV. Um, but like bringing in Shane McMahon, I just don't think that brings anything. I think that's more. That's like a Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, TNA type of thing. Like that's just asking. That's not asking for anything really. I think I think it's really lazy. Like if you really want there to be somebody, like really just bring somebody in. But a Shane McMahon, I don't think he adds anything. Truthfully, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I don't think he adds anything.
Right. Yeah, nah, I understand that.
And I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
be able to take him
definitely.
seriously.
So what's going on with Darby Allen? Is he against all of this stuff right now, or isn't he the big player
Yeah,
also over there right now?
yeah. So he was the original person that uh Moxley went after to get to Bryan Danielson. So we haven't seen Darby Allen since what was it? Trying to think of what the last one was. All in. I can't think of what the last show was called, but the last PLE that they had is the last time we've seen or pay per view. It's the last time we've seen Darby Allen.
So did
Um,
he not come from the Raptors the other night?
no,
Like
no,
did
no.
he?
He did on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday he
Oh,
did.
okay.
He
I was
did it
like,
on Wednesday. But before
golly.
then, we hadn't seen him yet.
Oh, so you ain't seen him for a
Yeah,
minute.
on Wednesday we hadn't seen him. Yeah. We hadn't seen him for. I think it was been like 3 weeks at that point. Because they had people waiting, but like they were waiting for Darby Allen to come back. They were waiting for Orange Cassidy to step up, and neither of them were there. So they was the smaller guys was getting their ass beat. Like Dark Order was getting beat up. So now they talking about now they're divided. Like oh we want to turn or we want to do we don't want to keep getting beat up every week. The other two are like man we've been doing this whatever. But Darby is supposed to be the one I assume that takes the belt off of John Moxley at some point
Right.
because they've been the four pillars in the beginning were MJF, Orange Cassidy, Jungle Boy, Darby Allen. Not Orange Cassidy, I'm lying. Yeah, Orange Cassidy. Those four were the four pillars because those were the four that started with the company or whatever. So then you have MJF been a champion, but the other three are still waiting to be the top guy. So
Hmm.
they're trying to push one of them. It makes sense to push Darby Allen based off of the storyline and what they've done with him and how he's built himself up and what he's done for the company. Honestly, like the crazy shit that he's done and
Right.
coming back while still having a broken ankle and all kinds of different shit. Like it just makes sense for him to be the one that takes the belt. But it is good to see different sides of guys like Orange Cassidy and things like that.
Yeah, man. I think AEW can definitely be on the right track. Some more if the storylines sync
Hmm.
up a little bit better. Like, cause the talent is there, bro. Like the talent is there, the names are there, the characters are there. But yeah, man, I think they need some structure. That's all it is, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and just like stick like sometimes they wait a little too long for stories and sometimes they go too quickly with stories. Like the
Right.
plot has to stay where it is. Like the the Mariah and Tony Storm, I to this day that's one of my favorite like payoffs in wrestling. Like period. Like I think they did that one really well. I think the climax was just as good as the build up was, and the build up wasn't even like we expected Tony Storm to be the one that turned. Mariah May turned and just we were like, whoa, okay. Like we knew Mariah May was gonna end up being the champion. We just didn't know how it was gonna happen. The way that they did it is still one of my favorite things that I've seen in wrestling. But there's some that they just kind of don't go all the way into. And sometimes it's just injury. Sometimes it's just they can't do it. Like there's like Swerve and Keith Lee, the injuries kept killing their momentum and their feud. So it just depends. But hopefully Bobby Lashley and them, like they really allowed Bobby Lashley to like build his team, like build his group up the way he wants and the way him MVP want it, and we can see how well it really does because they've said a lot since they've left. I want to see what it really does. You have full creative responsibility. You have full creative freedom to do whatever you want with this group. Let's see how they really do.
Okay. Wise words. AEW Reek in the building. You know, I mean, it would be AEWP, but I mean,
It'd be like that.
I mean AEWP. I mean, I'm here for the MJF, and I'm here for everything. I'm here for MJF. I'm here for Swerve. Other than that, I do like the company. I'm just never around on Wednesdays. I hate it. So usually I just be watching the recaps. But yeah, man. I feel like the storyline they cooking with Moxley could really be something if they draw it out a little bit. Like
it could be the thing that elevates them.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be the thing that elevates them to another level.
And I agree. With that being said, Tariq, we getting up out of here. We had a long show, but a long and simple show. Our next show will probably be.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, if we boot up later, we'll see y'all later. Y'all get the live reactions. Cool, I'm with that. But the next time y'all see us will be next Saturday. Yep. We can talk about what happened on following Crown Jewel. We can have a gimmicky episode. You know, we like to have fun episodes from time to time. But other than that, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.